Sarah, I know it's you!
Hush, my darlings, the night is here. Close your eyes, feel my love so near.
This is Nina's Tales, where silence speaks and broken hearts learn how to beat again. He had never believed in love at first sight until he saw her. Kamsi standing in the busy city market, her eyes soft and deep, as if holding the secrets of another life. Something about her made his heart stop, yet calmed him all at once. He didn't know her, yet he felt he had known her forever. When she smiled, it was like sunlight breaking through a long winter. And when they spoke, each word, each laugh, felt like destiny. Kamsi had lived before. She had been married, loved, but never had a child. One tragic accident had stolen her life. Since that day, her spirit wandered, seeking the family she had always longed for. David and Kamsi met again, as if fate had been guiding them. They laughed together, shared dreams, and slowly they fell in love. It was the kind of love that made the world feel slower, brighter, safer. They married quietly under the shade of a small garden where only a few friends witnessed their love. Kamsi's smile was brighter than sunlight, and David couldn't believe she loved him back. For the first time in years, he felt complete. Soon, their first child was born, a boy with David's eyes and Kamsi's gentle smile. And months later, a daughter arrived, completing the family Kamsi had longed for. Life seemed perfect, yet small oddities began to appear. Kamsi never grew sick. She never aged like others. Sometimes she vanished at night and returned with a quiet, apologetic smile. David noticed, but ignored it. Love made him blind. The children grew, laughter filled the house, but shadows lingered. Objects moved slightly when Kamsi was near. The world seemed to bend around her presence. Then, one afternoon, a man from another city saw her walking alone. Recognition froze him in place. He knew her, her past life, the life she had lost. He ran, calling her name, and in that moment, everything changed. David was told the truth. Kamsi had been married before. That marriage had ended in tragedy. She had died and wandered ever since. David's world shattered, but he could not imagine life without her. Kamsi tried to explain. She had loved David from the first moment she returned to the living world. But she was not like ordinary people. She was a spirit, fragile, borrowed. Every moment with him and their children was a gift that could vanish. Tension grew unbearable. David watched her at night, holding the children in her arms, brushing their hair, singing lullabies. Her love was real, but untouchable. David tried to hold her. His hands passed through her like mist. She smiled at him, fragile and beautiful, before fading into the night. Morning came. The house was silent. David knelt in the park where they first met, feeling grief heavier than the world. The children played nearby, unaware of the loss, waving at a faint glimmer in the sunlight. He whispered her name into the wind, and she was there, smiling, watching. David never forgot her. Every laugh, every breeze, every shadow reminded him of her presence. He had loved a woman who was never alive in the ordinary sense, yet she had been the heartbeat of his world. Her love had transcended life, loss, even death itself. He carried that love in his heart, for his children, for the memories, for the fleeting moments they had shared. Every sound, every scent, every soft touch reminded him of Kamsi. Sometimes he would close his eyes and feel her near, brushing past him, soft and warm, whispering words only he could hear. He would open his eyes and see her smile in the corner of a room, fleeting, fading. The children grew, laughter ringing through the house, and David felt the bittersweet weight of their happiness. He knew it was a gift from Kamsi, a spirit who had given them life, love, and protection. Even in her absence, Kamsi's presence lingered. In the soft sway of a curtain, the shimmer of sunlight on the wall, the quiet hum of the evening wind. She had left, but her love remained. David often whispered to her, telling her about the children, the milestones, the little victories and struggles of their lives. He spoke to the wind, and sometimes he swore he heard her soft laugh in return. He knew he could never touch her again, never hold her, never see her fully. But love like theirs was not bound by the physical world. It was deeper, eternal, beyond life and death. David carried the memory of their love into every choice he made, every moment of joy, every challenge. Kamsi had taught him the beauty of fleeting moments, of appreciating what is precious before it vanishes. Sometimes at night, he would feel her standing behind him, invisible, but there. Her hand brushing his shoulder, her voice whispering through the stillness, soft and full of longing. He remembered the first time he saw her, the first moment they spoke, how the world seemed brighter in her presence. And though she was gone, he felt her everywhere, in the children, in the wind, in the quiet corners of his home. Every laugh of his children reminded him of her. He realized that though she had never been fully alive for him, her spirit had made their lives whole. David wept sometimes, quietly, alone. The grief was deep, the love undiminished. Kamsi had left a mark that time could never erase, a love story written across the heart of the living and the spirit of the departed. He often walked through the park, imagining her walking beside him, her laughter ringing softly. He would close his eyes and feel her presence, fleeting but real, like a whisper he could never forget. He had loved a woman who could never stay, who had walked in and out of life like a dream. And yet, for that brief, beautiful lifetime, she had been everything. She had been love itself. And so, he carried her with him, in every breath, every heartbeat, every step. Kamsi, the wife who was never truly alive, but for a moment had been the soul of his world, living forever in the memory of love.